Hello folks, welcome back to Accessorize Your Life. I'm Julia and it is time for my makeup caddy for 2 weeks. I do it bi-weekly and I'm a little late this week with it, but a lot was going on. So this is my makeup caddy from the past 2 weeks and it is filled to the brim. So I've decided to do something different. Instead of using the caddy, from now on I will be using my Caboodle. I've had this for years and I just have to bring it back out. I gave it a good wipe down and I've already filled it with the products I'll be using for the next 2 weeks. But first let's review what I used for the last 2 weeks. We'll start with the Bye Bye Pore Breakout Powder by It. It always works well for me. I have no problem with this. I think it's a little light in color, but it's translucent, so it doesn't give me any color anyway. But I wish they would make it with a little tint or a yellowish tint or something like that, or yellowish brown tint. But other than that, it works well. I use it, as you may know, before I put on my not sunblock. I put on my face primer, which has mattifying qualities to it. And then I put a dab or two of this all around my face, and I blend those two together. I just dab them in because I want to hide some of the pores, and this helps me do this. So it won't be coming back in my Caboodle this time, but I'm putting it to the side for now. And this BH bronzer that I picked up, you know, I didn't get with it yet. So I'm going to have to figure out how to best use this. The color is not working for me, but I just had a stroke of genius. So that doesn't happen too often. But anyway, just as I was talking about the It Bye Bye, what is that stuff called? It Bye Bye Translucent Powder, or Bye Bye Breakout, or whatever it's called. Yeah, Bye Bye Breakout. I thought maybe I could use this bronzer in the way that I would use that powder, to mix it with my primer and then pat it in. So that might be something I try out in the future. Okay, on to the foundations I use. Wow, just wow. The two that I didn't think were going to come through for me, that I was going to look funny in them, these two I got the most compliments on. These really must be full coverage or something, because they just gave me a flawless look. Of course I did my primer and powder situation, but these two together, I'm going to have to revisit these, so I'm going to put them to the side right now, but I will be coming back for them in the warmer months. And the one that I thought, also by L'Oreal, that, you know, I would wear the most when I wanted to show up with the most, I didn't even do it. I didn't even take it with me when I went on my girls' trip. I just stayed home. I wore it once or twice. Yeah, once or twice during that bi-weekly period. So, go figure. The palettes. Oh, the palettes. Oh, I have another powder, but I'll wait. The palettes. This Desert Sunset by Lorac, I still really like it. I got into the purple there. I got that brown there. I really used it a lot. I mean, I did a combo with these two here, these two, those two. Now, granted, I didn't go ham on it, so it really didn't show up a lot on me, but I have a profession that I have to watch my makeup. I cannot go in with a lot of makeup. And even if I could, I don't often do that anyhow. I have hooded eyes, and I just feel like sometimes overdoing certain colors and things like that just bring more attention to my flaws more than it does anything else. So but I really like this palette. I recommend it highly. And of course, my old standby, the Brown Sugar by ColourPop. Can't say enough about it. I really like it. And so the Sephora Spice Market, I really put this to work. So another good choice. Let's see. The powder. The Black Radiance, yes, it deepened. I used it as a, what do you use that stuff with, a bronzer or whatever, and I went around in the threes here like that to sculpt my face. It really worked for me too. So I was happy with those 4 products and the foundation. And I pulled out my Becca primer. Always works. It's good. Sometimes it peels depending on the foundation, but the under eye cream worked really well, and I wish I could find it in at a reasonable price. But there were 2 products that, I mean, one was so-so, and the other one by Ulta, they were the little sample sizes. Let's see. The eye primer is okay. I can't really complain about it. You know, I will use it again. But as far as the face primer, because it's hydrating, and what did it have in it? I don't remember if it was coconut or something other. I don't really want to visit this now. I'll save it for the winter. And I had a bunch of brushes, and yes, I put them to good use. The Danielle brushes that I bought a while in a little kit back. I used, this looks like an e.l.f. powder brush. These all need to be washed. More e.l.f. brushes, and a Bobbi Brown brush I used. So these are all going away to be washed. I did run out of my eyebrow pencil, the Sephora one I believe I was showing you there, or the Ulta. Either way, I'm out of these two. So I may repurchase, but I have some to use for right now. I did use the nail polish. I was in the Gray Day, but I've since moved out of that, and I'm in like a lilac color that I wore when I went on my girls trip. I did use my 2 mascaras, and I always like those. Those are staples for me. The lip colors, you know, I kind of wish I had chosen some variation in lip colors. Like I said at that time, these colors are all pretty similar. So I'm not going to go with any of these on my next go round. They're all beautiful though. But I wish I had broken it up some with some other colors. So that's what I used for the last 2 weeks, and my beauty blender all has to be washed. I think I will pull out again as staples. I have a couple of things in here I will pull out again. Let's see. That will be the under eye concealer, the sweat proof mascara and brow gel, and the They're Real mascara. I will include those into my next bi-weekly now Caboodle. So I've got to get used to saying Caboodle and not Caddy. All right, let's move these things away, and let's let you see what I am into now. And I've made everything's shaking. I made also a few more categories, because I found out using the limited amount of products that I did use for the last 2 weeks, I need more. This girl needs more choices. And so now I see why everybody has so much in their makeup baskets, even for a week. Well, I really did it up for 2 weeks, and I think I did good with my choices. So I'm going to lay these staples to the side here. Let's see, brushes. I've pulled out about 2 weeks worth of brushes. I've got everything from Sephora to Laura Geller to Ulta to Bobbi Brown, Jane Iredale, and I have Real Techniques. So I've got a slew of brushes here to use, and I have the defining brushes here as well. They run the gamut of the same brands again, and I have some more defined brushes here. One of my favorite is the, what is this, from Target, I believe. It's the Cusack brush, and it's angled. I really like this one. Okay. I'm using a new beauty, well, it's not a beauty blender, it's a knockoff, but I love the look of it. It's kind of marble looking. Came with its own container. So I have that for this time. For my spray, misting spray, again, I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Setting Spray. And actually, I had said before it was 30, SPF 30, but it's actually SPF 50 sunscreen. So I'll be using that. I don't want to shake the table too much, but it's quite a bit in here. Okay, so in the way I'm going, I have a, what is this? This is a eyeliner, and who is this one by? No, this is a lip liner. I'm sorry, this is a lip liner, and a kind of a brownie, berry brown shade. I have lip lusters or lip something another here, a little gloss for my lips. I think I'm going to need to put my glasses on because all of this writing is just not readable for me. Okay, here we are. This is the Kardashian Beauty Honey Stick Lip Gloss. And let me go back and see the name of this other one that I had out. This is Lips Tube Lip Gloss, and it's by Coastal Scents. And this one that I showed you before was a lip liner by Jordana Cosmetics, and it is in Coco Loco. Yes, so you can see that. I'll be using this to align my lips. And again, some of my colors are pretty neutral because, again, I have to be careful what I wear to work. But I do have a few little surprises here. This is by, who is this one by? It doesn't even say on the tube. It's in the color Bronzy. Well, it's L'Oreal. Pretty brown. And here I go with my brown, my neutrals. That's very pretty. And I have another L'Oreal. And this one is in Brazil Nut. They'll both go with that lip liner pretty well. And I have a newbie. This one you may have seen in my haul from Pennsylvania with my girls trip. This is by Clinique, and it is in 45, and it's called Strive or something like that. Strut. Well, that's pretty. So let's put it right here. Here I go with a little color. Like a fuchsia color. And do I have another face color? Yes, a lip color. I do. I have two more, I think. And you've seen me wear this one before. This one is from Lancome, and it is in the color, it doesn't show up right away, but it's a pretty color. Can't see the name that easy. But it's very pretty. And I've worn this one before. That's lined up there at the bottom. Got a lot of choices in those neutral colors. And I chose a Black Radiance color. Look at that. That's different for me. A little brighter. That's below. Look at that one at the bottom there. Isn't that gorgeous? And I chose that because I am wearing a blush by Black Radiance. I chose a blush. Here we go. And this is in Toasted Almond. Yeah, that's a pretty blush. So I think that'll go nice with that lipstick. I have another blush. Oh no, that wasn't the one. The one I wanted to go with that lipstick is Ginger Snap. Sorry about that. Well, I'll show it to you. Yeah, you can see a little better. It's beside that. Ginger Snap and Black Radiance. And I pulled out my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Berry Adore. This is a newbie. I got this during the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. I haven't even really worn this one. I think I looked at it a bit and sampled it, but I haven't worn it. Beautiful. And I have one more thing for the cheeks or bronzing area. Where is it? Did I pull it out already? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't include it after all. I thought I had. No, maybe I didn't. I think that's it. I may go back and get it if I don't have it in here. Okay, so let's move on to powders. I have a Laura Geller, and it is the Matte Maker Invisible Oil Blotting Powder. Thought I might need something like that. It goes on clear. I have Jane Iredale mixed with another powder. I think it's a Black Radiance powder, and I think I may have used it before. I mixed the two together because these loose powders are so messy to work with. So this little Jane Iredale container makes it much easier to put on a powder with here. So this is what I will be using when I lay down my powder. I'll use this both for the preliminary powder and the finishing powder. And I have some NYX concealer in the orange color to camouflage those dark areas. Let's see, I'm not ready to do the palettes. I have a Macaroon Rose lip balm. My son gave me one Christmas in a little kit, And I have, let's see, of course I have my staple Murad Matting Fire Primer. It's oil control. It has an SPF of 15. And I have, excuse me, I have two products by Your Best Friend, and one is a light diffusing foundation, and it's in the color Deep. And with that, I have her contour bronzing palette. I will be using that. And I also have her brow pencil that I'll be using. It's a new one I haven't used, and it's in a deep color too, I believe, or brown. Your Best Friend, that's that line. And I will be using some of my new Clinique pieces that I picked up on my girls trip. I will use that palette that I saw you, and it has colors like Seashell Pink, Rock Violet, Limited Edition Concord, and Limited Edition Peppercorn. Peppercorn is a soft matte, and Concord is a soft shimmer, and then Violet, Rock Violet is a super shimmer, and Seashell Pink is a soft matte. I don't think I reviewed the names, but I just showed you the colors before. So this is what I will be using. And of course I'll be using, I already showed you, I'll be using that lip color. And then I will be using the Clinique foundation. Also, this is in number 28 Clove. And I believe it's a light to moderate light. Yeah, it's a lightweight formula, oil-free formula. All day wear. And I also pulled out for foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me. I am in color 368, which is a deep golden. And for palettes, I pulled out a new one by me. Since I love this Absolute concealer so much, I saw these eyeshadow palettes by Absolute. It's Icon by Absolute in Marshalls, and they were relatively affordable. So I gave it a try. I think it was really affordable, like $7 or something. So those are some nice bright colors, some purples, some blues, grays, and pinks, and even a little yellow in there. And it comes with a little eyeshadow brush as well. Icon. So I'm looking forward to using this shadow palette. I picked up a relatively new Zodiac Capricorn palette that I showed you a few weeks ago that I got from BH Cosmetic. I'll be using those colors, pretty neutral. And one of my first palettes when I decided to start wearing shadow so much is this Stila. And it's, I think it's called the Love Letters or something other. Let me see, what is this called? Yeah, something about love letters or something. I just love the packaging. But these are the colors in here. And you can see I've really put a dent in these colors. But I thought to pull that out again because I really liked it. That's a pretty packaging with this. It came with a mascara, I believe, and a lip gloss by Stila. I wish they would do this packaging again. I really like it. And what else do I have? I showed you those lippies. I showed you that. The nail polish I'll be using, I thought there was two. Yes, there is. I'll be using from, let's see, Sensational. I'll be using a Taupe Tulips. It's a taupey color, my neutral color. And the color I picked up while I was on my girls' trip, it's actually not cream finish. That's funny, I thought that's what it was. It's Love Letter, and I got that at the dollar store. So I'm going to try that with my Sensational light curing method and see how it works. And let's see, what else do I have in here? I will be using, and I've added this as a new add to my makeup caboodle, is a mud mask. And this one is one I've used before, and I've had it folded here. This one is by Shea Moisture. It's a coconut and hibiscus radiance mud mask. So I will be finishing this up. And someone gave me these pure clay mask samples. They're little discs. So I do want to, because once you open these, you really need to get busy using them up. There's 3 masks. There's a pure clay one, an exfoliate pure clay one and a brightening charcoal clay one. So the exfoliate one is with red algae, and the purifying one is with eucalyptus. So 3 different masks, little sample sizes that I need to use up. And I showed you all of there. I have these Equate makeup pads in here to use, makeup removers. I will be using the Wild Spirit perfume for work. And let's see if there's a name. Nope, just Wild Spirit is what I see here. This was it's in Chill. I picked this up during Christmas. It was in a gift set at Walmart. And I have 2, and do I remember the names of these? These are, and they're such tiny writing. This is DKNY Delicious, the green one. And the red one, these are sample sizes, is Be Tempted by DKNY. I'll use this more in the evening. So off days, I'll use this during the day. And if I go out for the next 2 weeks or so, I'll use this one in the red container, Be Tempted, for the evening. And let's see, what else do I have? I picked up a eyebrow pencil on my girls trip from the dollar store, LA Colors. I will put that in my Caboodle, as well as my old favorite Milani eyebrow pencil. And anything else in this Caboodle? I love this Caboodle. It has so many pockets. I will be using the Clinique All About Eyes to moisturize my eyes, and the Tarte concealer. And I don't know if I mentioned the Clinique eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and try that in black, and that mascara as well that I got in that little kit. So mascaras there, eyeliners, eye cream, concealers. I think that concludes everything. So this is my Caboodle, if you'd like to see what it looks like a little better. I picked this up years ago from Walmart. It's black and white on the outside. It matches my shirt, doesn't it? And little pockets on either end that you can put things in. And you have this center part snaps out, and it reveals a bigger bag. And the inside, they have the elasticized straps to hold products in on both sides. And you just have a big well in the middle that you can fill with your beauty products. It's easy to tote from room to room if you need to. So this is my new beauty Caboodle that I will be placing my bi-weekly items in. So thank you for watching, and have a great day. Oh, and by the way, on my eyes today, I kind of did them up a little more. I hope you can tell, because oftentimes, like I said, eyeshadow doesn't show on me, and I have to be careful what I wear. I'm looking back to see where the palette is. It's the Zodiac palette I got. Hold on, I'll get it. It's the Zodiac Love Signs. And remember, I showed this to you. This was a haul from BH Cosmetic. The colors are beautiful. What did I put on today? Let's see. I put on these colors here. I think I went with this one here, the little brown I started with, which turns out to be an orangey brown. And then I went in with this kind of a greenish color here. And then on the inner eye, on the outer eye, and on the inner eye, I went with this Aquarius, the lighter Aquarius, the shimmery one in the middle. So I'm very happy with my eye look today. I think you can see it. And I used the black eyeliner and gave myself a micro teeny wing. I'm not good at that, so I stay little until I can learn how to work it in there better. And I went with a purple mascara. So I think it came out pretty nice. I'm going to the grocery store, so I hope it's not overdone. But anyway, you guys, thank you for joining me and seeing what I have in my makeup Caboodle for the next 2 weeks. I love having you here, and I want you to always remember that a smile is your best accessory. And if you find something here or found something here that you like, please give it a like. And if you want to stay around or give a comment, I would really like that. And don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. I'd like to have you here. Bye-bye.